Hello students, welcome to Learners Academy. Today we'll study some basic concepts of chemistry's remaining topics. So let us start the first topic, that is Dalton's atomic theory. According to this theory, matter consists of individual atoms, and it means that in a matter there are particular number of atoms present, whether it's solid, whether it's liquid, whether it's gas. And in atom we have already discussed that there are number of electrons and number of neutrons and protons present depending upon the atomic number of that particular atom. So the next point is all the atoms of given element have identical properties including identical mass, and the atoms of different element will be having different mass. For example, if you are taking any atom, there will be number of elements and there will be having same number of elements and the properties will be similar. For example, if you are taking carbon, the other carbon atom will be having the same number of elements as well as their properties will be same. And if we compare it with any other atom, any other element, like we are comparing carbon with helium, the properties and the number of element will vary according to their atomic number and their structure and their physical appearance. So this is the second point of Dalton's atomic theory. And also it said that the compounds are formed when atoms of different elements combined in a fixed ratio. It tries to say that when fixed ratio of element combine to form a simple compound, then their ratio should be fixed. It means that for example, if we take the molecule of water, in molecule of water there is the ratio of hydrogen and oxygen atom is 2:1. That is 2 atoms of hydrogen element and 1 atom of oxygen element. They combined in a fixed ratio to give us compound of water. Similarly, the case of carbon dioxide. So this is the Dalton's atomic theory. The next topic we are having is atomic mass. Atomic mass said that the number of protons and the neutrons gives us a mass of that particular atom. For example, if we take the example of carbon atom, in carbon atom we are having 6 neutrons, 6 protons, and they combine together to give us the atomic mass of carbon. That is, the atomic mass of carbon will be 12 because we are having 6 neutrons and 6 protons. And next topic we are having is molecular mass. The molecular mass is the sum of atomic masses of element present in a molecule. That means the number of atoms masses together join to give us the molecular mass. For example, if we take the example of water molecule, in water molecule we are having 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. So the 2 atoms of oxygen's mass, that will be 2 multiplied by the mass of hydrogen, that is 1.0084. Similarly, there is 1 atom of oxygen and we will multiply the mass of oxygen with 1, that is 16 multiplied by 1. So after calculating we will get 18.02, 18.02. That will be the molecular mass of water molecule. So this is molecular mass. The next topic we are having is 1 mole. And 1 mole is the amount of substance that contains as many as particles as there are present in the 12 gram of carbon isotope. And its value will be 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23, and it will be similar for the 1 mole of hydrogen atom and for the 1 mole of water molecule, and it will be similar for all the cases. And if we want to convert any particular mass into mole, then we will divide the particular number with the 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23, and this is about 1 mole. The next topic we are having molar mass. The mass of 1 mole of substance in gram will be called its molar mass. As we know, the mass of oxygen is 16.02, and if we write it in gram, then it will be 16.02 gram and it will be known as its molar mass. Similarly, in case of water, the mass is, that is, the molar mass is 18.002 gram. This is known as molar mass. The next topic we are having is percentage composition. And percentage composition is a way to calculate the amount of a particular substance in total quantity of the substance. For example, in ammonia, if we want to calculate the percentage composition of nitrogen, that is, if we want to know how many percentage of nitrogen is present in ammonia, then we will take the mass or the number of moles of nitrogen, and we will divide it by the total mass of ammonia, that is molar mass, and multiplied it by 100. Then we will get the percentage composition of nitrogen that is given in the formula. We will get its percentage composition, that is 82.27%. It means that in ammonia 82.27 percentage of nitrogen is present and the remaining will be hydrogen. So it is about the percentage composition. And the next is stoichiometry. It's a Greek word combined together to give stoichiometry, that is stoichion, that means element, and the metron, that is measure. The method we use to measure element is known as stoichiometry. For example, in any chemical equation, when we count the number of elements, that is known as stoichiometry. For example, if we here we are taking a chemical equation where methane combines with oxygen to give us carbon dioxide and water, and if we want to calculate the number of elements, then we will count the number of elements. For example, the reactant side there is one carbon present, and similarly on the product side. However, the number of hydrogen atoms on the both side will be different. Similarly, oxygens are also different. So this method of measuring element is known as stoichiometry. It is also useful in balancing the chemical equation also, like if we get the number of elements and we will multiply the number and we can balance the chemical equation. This is known as stoichiometry. The next topic here we having is molecular formula and empirical formula. And the formula of this is molecular formula is equal to n into empirical formula. Here molecular formula is known as the number of molecules of elements present in a particular compound, and empirical formula with the particular entity, a particular compound which multiplied by the particular number give us the molecular formula. We are taking here the example of glucose, where the formula of molecular formula of glucose is C6H12O6, and the 6 molecules of CH2O, that is the empirical formula, combined together to give us molecular formula. So that's all about the lecture. I hope you liked the video. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel for further such videos, and you can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram and LinkedIn, and you can press the bell icon button for further notification, and you can comment in the comment section for any query or any suggestion. Thank you.